Hi everyone, and welcome to the fifth session of my YouTube Agile seminar. In the previous four sessions, I talked about various dimensions of Agile and project management. This has been a wonderful journey so far. Agile approach or methodology has been very useful in project management, especially in the IT industry. Engaging the customers and delivering quickly according to the expectations of the customers has always been a prerequisite for IT industry. Using Agile approach, some real-world frameworks or implementations came into existence to fulfill the industry objectives. Some of such frameworks are Scrum, Kanban, Lean, XP or Extreme Programming. This session is focused on Scrum. So what is Scrum? Scrum is a framework within which people can address complex adaptive problems while productively and creatively delivering products of the highest possible value. The keywords that I could extract from this definition are people, complex adaptive problems, productivity, creativity, delivering products, and highest possible value. Each word stands for itself and has its own significance. The process of doing Scrum is shown in the picture here. It flows from product backlog to sprint review. The Scrum team picks up user stories based on priorities and capacity from product backlog and works on the selected stories for a sprint of 1 to 3 weeks. The team updates the stakeholders in daily meetings. That's how Scrum will look like in short. Before I dive deep in Scrum, let me first talk about values of Scrum. Scrum has 5 core values. These values serve the basis of discipline and interpersonal communication in Scrum. Courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness are the 5 core values of Scrum. For the success of Scrum team, the team must have the right skills and experience to deliver the expectations. The team must be focused and committed. It is every individual's responsibility to focus on user stories and goals of the sprint. Everyone is capable. That's why the individual is a part of the team. The stakeholders and individuals must be open to listen to each other. Disclaimer: things will go wrong, but the respect and dignity should be always upheld. Also, it should not be the case that the stakeholders, Scrum Master, team manager, or the team start the work towards the end of the sprint. Punctuality comes with commitment, so everyone must follow that. It is usually the case that all the team members are not equally skilled or experienced, so the work assignment must follow the same path. A senior member may complete a user story of 8 to 10 days, but the same must not be the parameter of success for a junior member. I have seen cases in the industry where the team members are compared to each other on their performance in the sprint. Scrum discourages all such practices. Let's now walk through the Scrum framework. Scrum has 3 concrete lists of activities: product backlog, sprint backlog, and increments. The Scrum process flows from left to right. The product owner receives inputs from various stakeholders and converts them into user stories. A user story is the work description as per the product owner. The list of activities prepared by product owner is known as product backlog. It is the responsibility of the product owner to categorize and prioritize this list. Before the beginning of each sprint, the Scrum team selects the user stories based on the priorities and capacity of the next sprint. The list of user stories thus selected becomes the sprint backlog, and the meeting or event or the ceremony in which the team does so is known as the sprint planning. After this, the sprint kicks off. Now, team members will individually as well as collectively work towards the sprint goals. A meeting is conducted daily to track the progress on each story. This meeting or event or ceremony is known as the daily stand-up. Each team member is expected to answer three basic questions in this meeting. First, what have I achieved yesterday? Second, what am I going to accomplish today? And third, whether I'm facing any blockers or showstoppers. It is the responsibility of the Scrum Master to ensure that the Scrum values are upheld and the team progresses toward the sprint goals. Sprint review is the second last ceremony of the sprint. This meeting is an opportunity for the team to steal the show by demonstrating the work it has completed during the sprint. This also helps product owner to prepare a list of features or enhancements completed during present sprint or past sprints. This list is called as increments. After the sprint review, the team goes for self-reflection. In Scrum terminology, this is called as retrospective. In this ceremony, the team checks what went well, what did not go well, and what could be improved. This ceremony helps the team to find its strengths or weaknesses, and that's why I called it self-reflection ceremony. What is a sprint board? A sprint board is a tool to visualize the progress of the sprint. The design or the number of steps in the board can be customized according to the requirements. The 5 steps board, as shown here, is usually followed in IT industry. The team prepares the backlogs from sprint planning ceremony, and as user story progresses, the state of the user story is changed according to the sprint board. As the Scrum is a well-planned framework, we can also measure the success when using this framework. There are two matrices to measure this success. First is velocity, which measures the speed or quickness of the delivery, and second is the burn down chart, which is a measure for tracking the progress of the sprint or finding potential bottlenecks. One important point to note here is velocity is not an absolute measure. The actual velocity of a team is an aggregate measure of a few sprints. Same could be true for a burn down chart as well. Have you realized something related to Scrum and waterfall model? Scrum has actually shortened the time period of waterfall approach and added a cyclic loop or iteration or repetitiveness to the waterfall model. Just give it a thought. With this, we have come to the end of the 5th session. In the next session, I'm going to talk about Kanban and another very recent term of the Agile world called Scrumban. The next session is also going to be the last session of this seminar. I'm coming up with another interesting training course exclusively on YouTube. So do not forget to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Like and share this video if you found it insightful. See you in the last session of this seminar. Bye-bye.